Good morning. I'm weather and radar meteorologist James Wesson. This is a live look at the weather that is going on across the country. Specifically, we're looking at the South today, um, and so one of the main maps that we are looking at right now is the surface analysis right here being displayed on the map here. One of the key features that we are starting to see develop across the southern U.S. is this low pressure system that is moving into the central Mississippi Valley with a cold front that is extending all the way from eastern Texas into Arkansas and Louisiana. And then also one of the other big things that we are seeing in this system is the strong southerly flow coming off the Gulf of Mexico. So this is a classic springtime setup for severe weather across the southern U.S. This is the start of the southern storm season. February and March is when we start to see weather like this. And today is going to be a fairly active day in this corridor right here as we see strong water-laden air coming off the Gulf of Mexico, moving into the deep south and the mid-south, and including the Tennessee Valley. And then we have this cold front, which is moving across Texas with the cold, drier air, and the clash of that warm air is going to bring the chance to create thunderstorms throughout this afternoon and this evening. We've actually already seen some few thunderstorms this morning across, western Tennessee. The other big area that we are also will be talking about during this presentation is this stationary / warm front that's moving across the Ohio Valley. This is bringing some heavy rains into those areas, and then on this western flank, we are seeing some snow in those areas. And so we'll talk about that as well during this presentation. So the biggest threat that we have going on right now for severe weather is is in this broad corridor running from the central Gulf Coast into the deep south and mid-south, including the Tennessee Valley and a little bit of the Kentucky Valley into the Ohio Valley. Montgomery, Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, Nashville, Tennessee, and into the Louisville, Kentucky area will be areas that will need to be watched for severe thunderstorms today, and especially into this evening with with severe weather going on there as well. So the biggest concern is damaging wind with the severe thunderstorms, but we do have chances for tornadoes in those areas. The tornadoes will be quick moving and quick developing, so these storms will need to be watched very carefully. We also have another concern is the fact that with these severe thunderstorms, there's a lot of water associated with these thunderstorms, and they will produce 1 to 2, even 3 or 4 inches of rainfall quickly, and that will increase the risk of flash flooding in these areas, and especially in the areas of northern Alabama into Tennessee and into Kentucky. There's very mountainous areas, and so any runoff could quickly fill up the streams and the rivers in those areas, creating a danger of flash flooding. Remember, if you do come across flash flooding on a road, please move quickly to high ground. Do not try to drive through it. Rapidly running water up to a foot can cause cars to be carried away downstream. So it's very dangerous when you have those situations. So you need to be well aware of this situation as we go on throughout the rest of the day. One of the things, next map that I'm pulling up is a weather forecast model information. And I'm just kind of give you an overview of what the weather is going to be like across the southern U.S. and the setup that's bringing the snow into the areas. And so this is the latest model run. This just recently came out this morning. What we see here is that that low pressure system that was analyzed in Arkansas is going to move into the Ohio Valley, and the cold front is going to sweep across the southeast with that warm front bringing heavy rains into the Ohio Valley and into Kentucky and Ohio Valley, where the flood risk continues. As we move on through the rest of the day, that cold front is going to move across the south, triggering pockets of really heavy rain with the severe thunderstorms. And then we also have have snow moving across the Midwest as the cold air from the north interacts with the system, bringing a heavy wet snow to those areas, which we'll talk about in a little while as well. And then as we head into the evening hours and into early tomorrow morning, the cold front will move across the southeast, still tapping a lot of that Gulf of Mexico moisture, bringing heavy rains into the southeast, into the mid-Atlantic, with some icy conditions occurring across northern New England and snow falling into eastern Canada. Um, the next model that I'm going to show you is what we call it's a high resolution model, which means it runs much quicker. It uses more high resolution data, and this is often used to forecast where stormy conditions occur in the next 0 to 6 hours. I'm going to just go ahead and refresh to see if we have the most recent run, and we do. And so one of the things that we are seeing as we go back in time to 16Z, which is about this time, is about an hour away from now. We see that low pressure system is going to move into the boot heel of Missouri, with a cold front producing strong thunderstorms along that path. You can tell that this is definitely where the cold front is located. And then in that warm frontal area, we're seeing showers and thunderstorms develop in those areas, bringing the chances of flooding there. As we move along and later into this afternoon, as that cold front, we can see that cold front moving eastward into the into the mid south and the deep south in the Tennessee Valley, that it will generate more and more individual thunderstorm cells, with more thunderstorm cells developing in that warmer, unstable air ahead of the cold front. And then this is the area where we're going to start to see a lot more thunderstorm and severe thunderstorm activity, with severe thunderstorms possible across central Alabama and other areas as well. And into Tennessee. And then as we spread it along further, moving along further into this evening and into the overnight hours, we're still going to see a lot of thunderstorm activity after sunset. So it's definitely, if you live in that area, you need to stay weather aware. Keep an eye on things that are going on across that area. In fact, the storm has been quite active. This was lightning that was photographed in Little Rock, Arkansas, early this morning. As the thunderstorm rolled through here. So you can definitely see it was been an active morning across the middle Mississippi Valley into Arkansas. So it's this been already an active day as well. One of the other things that we are talking about with the system is the danger of snow. This is our forecast is heavy snow swath running all the way from Denver into northern Illinois, into just between Milwaukee and the Chicago area. Heavy snow has been reported in Lincoln, Nebraska, into the Des Moines, Iowa area, and so this is definitely going to be an area where travel is going to be a problem if you're out on the road. In fact, this is the road conditions around southeastern Nebraska, in the Lincoln area and Omaha, Nebraska area earlier this morning. You can see that the roads are snow covered, and it definitely makes treacherous driving in those areas. One of the things that I want to remind everybody that we are doing a live blog today, so you can check out what is the latest conditions that are going on. We have our full staff of weather and radar meteorologists are updating this quite frequently to talk about the severe weather and the snow event that is going on as well. And one of the things that is a great usage is our weather and radar map. This offers we offer 4 days of weather forecasting on our map, including the current conditions. This is the most recent map. You can animate it so you can see where the storms are going to occur. We can see the snow moving across central Iowa, and we can see the development of the thunderstorms. Map shows also the dots show us where all the stronger thunderstorms are, with the dots showing the frequency of lightning that is occurring in those thunderstorms. The bigger the dots, the more frequent the dots are, and with the orange dots showing the lightning being in the strongest, being the most frequent lightning. And then we can also see the scale of rain. This map does offer some zooming, so you can zoom into closer areas of what you're interested in, and then you can also zoom out to see where the snow is occurring. And you can definitely see where snow is falling heavily across central Iowa into southern Wisconsin and into northern Illinois. And as if you want to track where the storms are going to go for the rest of the day, if you click on the today path and you do the animation, you can see where the storms are going to be moving. We can see that those storms are going to definitely move across Nashville this evening, and then into tonight we will see whether we will see storms moving into the eastern Tennessee Valley, into the Carolinas and the Appalachians as the storm system continues to move its way eastward. That is all I have for today. I will leave this stream open for a little while. If there is anybody that wants to have any questions, please go ahead and submit them here. All right, so there hasn't been any questions that's come in. So we will make sure you check back often with Weather and Radar for the latest information about the developing severe weather and the snowfall. We might do another stream later today. And that is all for now. Have a great Thursday afternoon, and we'll keep you abreast of all the severe weather that is developing across the South today.